right, that looks better. I will let you go first. All right. Well, we had a little false start for some reason. I don't know why. But things are looking good now. Alrighty, starting with a coffee. And it's always a challenge to get out of here, but here we go. Alright, we are on the road. Yes, take two. I have no idea what happened there, Junior. For some reason, it decided to start and stop very quickly, and I have no idea why. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. I did not see him behind the A-pillar, but I looked around and then saw him, so that's what happens when you put an A-pillar in the way. Now, that dinging is the seatbelt for my passenger seat, and I don't even have a passenger. But this happens quite often when you put stuff on the passenger seat. So there we go. The seatbelt for the passenger seat is now on, even though there is no passenger there. All right, look at that sky. Hey Max, check out that sky. Junior, you did the car joke before. I think even though it's technically a new stream, well, technically it's not a new stream. Technically it's still an old stream, so I don't think your car joke's going to work for 60 minutes. Alrighty, so we have a little bit of a different, I don't know, can I be heard? Oh yeah, of course I can be heard. Aw. Thank you, Junior. That's okay. I tried to click for my Discord, and it didn't want to for some reason. But we can have another little look. Oh, how's Max is all over the all right, quickly. Not quick enough. Don't mind if I get a red light now. Just kidding. All right, we're off on our way to Biloela via Gladstone. So, apparently I am connected on the phone. Let's get in a better lane. Which way do I want to go? I think I'll go straight. Now, I don't think you can actually look back in at me in the cab. I think the reflection of the windscreen's a little bit too much. But at least you can look around the outside. I do have breakfast with me, so I will be eating a little bit. What's it look like? Oh yeah, nice wrap. I think it's probably a good temperature now too. Oh, I could probably leave it another 5 minutes. Geez, lucky they didn't bring that rule in that you couldn't eat or drink or vape whilst driving. Look at this rig on the left. Good work, buddy. He's a solid chap. Yeah, what a nice day. What a nice day to start the week and start summer. Happy summer to us here in the Southern Hemisphere. First day of December, first day of summer, and feels like it's been summer for 2 months already, to be honest. Well, then I'm waving at you, Junior. I'm waving at you. So, Max, I have the TTS on in my ear. Which is good. It's working. I got some American woman chatting to me in my ear every time somebody puts something up on the. We've had our first motorcyclist already shouldering where you're not allowed to shoulder. If you're going to lane filter, do it right. Could have lane filtered down the middle of the lanes here, no problems, but didn't. Went down the shoulder, which is not permitted. Went actually then into the bicycle lane, which is not permitted. If I'm a cyclist and a motorcyclist comes up to me, I'll have a go at him. How are you, Tezza? Good to have you on board this morning, mate. I'm assuming. Oh, actually, it's Monday. Are you working today? It's funny listening to this American AI chick in my ear telling me stuff. All right, peeps. So we've gone back to Starlink. So today our equipment is, I like to say a brand new Hilux. However, it's got nearly 10,000 kilometers on it. Excuse me. As we pass the Carmine there on the right, where I've got two cars, and if you notice there was a gap in the fence, that's because last week someone drove a car through the fence and smashed into, I think, about 4 cars parked out the front, which was pretty bad. My two cars, my V10 Audi and my V8 Ute, are sitting in the showroom, so they were unaffected, luckily. I'm very thankful of that. All right, let's get in the left lane before the traffic lights here. There we go. All right, so our tech, what have we got? Our equipment today, brand new Hilux, well, 10,000 Ks. We will clock over. I'll hit the odometer. We will clock over the 10,000 K mark. We're on 9,235 kilometers on this vehicle. So that's pretty new. It's just been broken in, really. We've got the 360 camera, which is looking good. It's mounted just on the, well, I mean, you can see for yourself if you maneuver the camera vision around. I've mounted it on the windscreen because the suction cap works the best on glass. I've mounted it, funnily enough, where the windscreen wiper won't hit it if I have to use the windscreen wiper. If I'm using the windscreen wiper, oh, that's right, you're in Toowoomba. Oh, Blaney's there. Birdsville. Oh, yeah, that's right. I know who drove it to Birdsville. Just underpass there, so hopefully the Starlink is okay. Oh, hello, Max. Max is in my ear on the Discord now, so that works. How's your headset? Now, Max, can you hear? Oh, you can hear me. Good. Took a while for you to answer me. I was like, oh, you can't hear me. Oh, well. Let me just... Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're saying. Let's, I'm just going through the equipment. I got the relatively new Hilux. The camera's mounted out there because I can see it. It's not up on the roof or somewhere where it's out of sight. I want to be able to see it just in case. I don't trust the suction cap mount as much as a magnetic mount. I have the Starlink up on the roof, and again, doing some more testing. I know Michael Blaney is he's keen. He's keen to he's always keen to check out how well it does. So he might even borrow it. Hey, Might even borrow it, see how it goes. It's the least I can do with what he's done for me. So, yes, Max. All right. So you reckon it's blurry, Max? Give us a Max. So also, sometimes it could be you. Well, we can get a consensus. Yeah. Roger. No, that's okay. Roger, Max. Well, it might be. Yep. So Max, when you say it's out of whack, I don't know what that means. Is it out of focus? Is the resolution incorrect? What's it doing that makes it look bad? So it's out of focus. Can anybody else in the chat just confirm that? Does it look out of focus? Blurry now? Right. Because I'm looking. Looks great on my phone. Looks. Right. Well, I mean, my phone is on the Starlink as well as my laptop, and it looks like the frame rate. I wish the frame rate was faster. I wish it was 60 frames a second instead of 30 frames a second. But I had a little bit of a whiteout then, but a really small one. Yeah, again, I've had that with both cameras, so it's not a camera issue. It could be an internet issue. So, as we sweep down off the Gateway Arterial onto the Bruce Highway. Right, well, I will admit I've done a little bit of a different resolution setting, as in instead of it being, did I? Well, maybe I didn't. Or maybe I did, I can't remember. The resolution is like 2880 by 1440, but there's also another slightly different one, which is 2560 by 1440. So, and this is all 360 resolution things, so. Oh yeah, but look on the other side going south, it's doing 20 k's an hour. Double checking. Yeah, so this is where you want to, like, so going north, it should only be busy, I'd say, till about Caboolture. Well, North Lakes, it should thin out a little bit, then Caboolture, then it should thin out even more by the Biloela Turn-Off Sunshine Motorway. So, but let me turn this. I didn't mean to stop it. I don't even know why it stopped. So I started it. I had the music playing and everything. I had the graphic up, the intro graphic up, and running for about 2 minutes. And then for some reason, I don't know, I may have accidentally hit stop on like my cursor because I was trying to muck around with the just the microphone settings and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure why it stopped, but I restarted it on the same. So it's on the same stream as, like, it's on the same YouTube stream, but it's a new OBS stream. So I don't know what happened. But yeah, it went for 2 minutes and then stopped. Yeah, I did, because I couldn't see it on the on my phone. That's it. Good morning, Cal6. How you doing? Cal6 kept me company pretty much almost all of yesterday. He so if you didn't know, I ran a live replay yesterday of my journey to Sydney, like in May. So my drive to Sydney in May took 7 takes to get, which was done on the 5G network. That's how much it drops out. Yeah, Maxie remembers that trip. Yep, so that took seven attempts. So I had parts 1 through 7 loaded up, but for some reason part 7 loaded up as part 1, so it went back to start before the last 3 hours of the journey. Actually, it wasn't even that bad. It was actually, something happened. The last file was corrupt, and it went halfway through the last file, so we got out of Newcastle heading towards Sydney, and then for some reason it only downloaded half the file, so then it automatically, before we travelled into Sydney, the file went back to the start. It was like, whoops. So I quickly re-downloaded it. Well, I said quickly, but it didn't quickly re-download. But then, whilst I was fixing that, I thought, well, how about I download my second trip, which I used Starlink, which Max remembers because I ended up at his place that night. So that was only a month and a half ago. So I loaded that one up and it played through the night. So I can see it does look grainy, doesn't it? I don't know why. It does look a bit pixelated. Nah, it's got no, it's an autofocus. We've never had a problem with the focus. That's not a focus issue on the camera. That is. Oh, amazing. Go put the kettle on, Max. So when I went under the underpass, it grained out a lot more. So I think it's an internet thing. Yeah, it does look great. It's pixelated. And then I'm going under an underpass, or going under an overpass, however you want to say it. Yep, it froze and did a whiteout when I went under underpass. Just coming back. Right. Yep. Also, Max, I'll just let you know I've got TTS running, and it's louder than you. So if somebody writes a comment like when you wrote a comment, I've got TTS telling me in my ear, and it drowns you out. So I heard half of what you said just then. So if you type in, say, exclamation mark like, then probably don't talk for like 20 seconds, because it's going to tell me, Stream Elements is going to tell me in my ear all of that comes up. Everything that's written in the chat. So people are chatting, you see chats pop up. I might turn it off. I'm just testing to see if it's annoying or if it's good. Well, it depends on how much you're chatting to me as well, Max. So, like, you don't have to chat much at all. But, like, relaying information to me, letting me know that the screen is a bit pixelated, like, that looks better now. Right now it looks better. But it does look like the frame rate's low. But... Oh, I think I know what it might be. Oh, I think I know what it might be. It might be a bitrate thing. Well, I think I need to change the bitrate, and I think I can do it midstream. I will pull over to do it though. As you come over the rise, there's the Glasshouse Mountains off in the distance. As we go under Deception Bay Connection Road and come down towards the Burpengary Weybridges, where there's a set of speed cameras, which people like to, for some reason, drive at 100 kilometres an hour, and then as they go past the speed camera, they like to hit the brakes and cause a phantom traffic jam. So on the way up the coast on a Friday night or a Saturday, Sunday morning, this place would be stop-start right here, purely because, well, the other thing is too, there's an on-ramp here and people can't merge. So you've got two things that cause phantom traffic jams. Get up to speed, buddy. Get up to speed. See, this guy won't even get up to speed. Roger. Sitting on 85 k's an hour because people don't want to get busted speeding. What a bunch of morons. But however, a lot of the morons will take the Caboolture exit because that's where a lot of morons live. And I know, because that's where I grew up. I escaped the moron factory. Actually, the suburb just south of Caboolture is called Morayfield, which is also colloquially known as Moronfield. There we go. Even Maxie knows it. There's the sign there, Moronfield. Moronfield Road. I'm glad that places can't be offended by calling them out. I bag Caboolture out so much. Go for it. Go for it, Max. Thank you, Max. You're awesome. I'll see you when you get back. Feel free, bro. Feel free. I've still got my coffee. Although my coffee's getting cold. Oh, because I've got the aircon. Now, now who's a moron? Max, I know. I've done this plenty of times. I can't tell you how many Hiluxes I've driven that have the coffee cup holder slash whatever you're drinking, the cup holder in front of the air conditioning. Normally, if you just tilt the vents up, which I neglected to do this morning. No, but the thing is, a really good mocha, once it gets cold, tastes like a chocolate milkshake, so it's all good. All right, Max. See, Cal 6 is perfect. He's all over it, right? The fact that I'm not an IT guru at all. However, I do know that I changed the bit rate yesterday for the other stream, and I don't think those settings, I'm pretty sure, I need to check. However, I've got juicy hands at the moment because I just finished my wrap. Oh, that was a good wrap. That was a egg Benny wrap. An egg Benny wrap. All right. You're not joking, Tezza? Seems to attract the morons. You got to be careful, mate. If you're going to spell moron, you can't misspell it. That would be yes. You got to be careful there. Where are you going? So, my bit rate is set too low. Oh, what's this? Something on the road here. Just like a mover's blanket. You can pick the people who are using Waze because it's they could see that. Let's go. On the move. I'm not up with bit rate. I understand what bit rate is because I know what a bit is. Now let me know in the live chat. Let me know if that's actually made a difference. I've changed the bit rate from something quite low from the stream that I was streaming last night, the restream. Tezza misspelt the word moron, which is quite moronic. I know you're probably fat thumbs or you're texting quite fast. I get it, but excuse me, I'm going to cough. Here we go. Let's clear some of that crappy phlegm. All right, yeah. Let me know what the vision looks like now. Because YouTube does try to help by recommending bitstream or bitrate numbers. So hopefully it's helped. Let me know. All right, so 110 zone. So let's go, everyone. Except for the truck on my left. So the truck on my left, why are you... That's crazy. He's sitting on 100. Why is everyone in this lane sitting on 100? It's a 110 zone, people. Why are you letting a semi-trailer overtake you on the left? Dude. Yeah, it's always going to be funny going under bridges because of the Starlink. What's the other thing? Oh, that's right. I'm in an automatic. I forgot. I haven't changed gears yet. Always going to go a little bit funny for a couple of seconds when we go under a bridge. But luckily, as we get further north, there's less bridges. All right, let's set the cruise control. There we go. So we got the adaptive cruise control, eco mode. How old is this Hilux, Cal 6? Are we doing it by kilometres? Because I'm pretty sure it's like this year's model. I'm going to say, well, it's 9,270 kilometres old. So let's go by kilometres. So we will clock up in this week 10,000 Ks. It's not a Mexican Hilux. It's not a Mexican Hilux. I don't know, where was this one made? I'm sure it's Japanese Hilux. I think I've had one Mexican. Oh, that's well, just watching the two vehicles in front move into the middle lane, both from the right and the left lanes, getting past the RAV4. Yeah, a little bit older. Like Michael B said, this vehicle's been out to Birdsville and back. Oh, you smoking, mate? Do people still smoke? The truck driver on the left smoking. Really? Do people still smoke? $1.50 a cigarette? Geez, it's an expensive hobby. Let's use this left lane because no one's in it. Again, the phenomenon where all the slow people drive in the middle lane. So we are probably going to refuel in Maryborough. So it's about 3 hours to Maryborough. You smoke? So you tell me, on average, $1.50 a cigarette, is it worth it? I've never smoked. The only thing I smoke is Bridgestones, Dunlops, Pirellis, Nankangs. Is Double Happiness a brand of cigarette? I have no idea. If it's not Winnie Blues or Peter Jackson's, or am I even allowed to say it? Smoking's bad for you, don't do it. Do I need to give a caveat? It's definitely not so. I don't know how. I have smoked when I was about, I'd say 14. My mum smoked, my dad smoked, the rest of my family smoke. But I was like 14 and I looked at my mum smoking one day in the lounge room, and I looked at it and I was just like, what's that like? Why do you do that? What's that like? And she said, here, have a go. She literally said this, have a go, but don't bum puff it like your school friends do. Actually draw it into your lungs like you're supposed to. So I drew it into my lungs and I coughed and vomited. And I literally looked at her and I thought, why do you idiots do this? Why on earth would you do this? It is stupid. And I've never smoked. Now, I've had a puff of a cigar a couple of times, and a little bit, but I hate it. It's terrible. You do it symbolically, standing on the deck of the Jervis Bay, HMAS Jervis Bay, which was the ship that we came back from East Timor on in the year 2000, we all cracked out some cigars and we had a puff as we left our first war zone after 5 months. Symbolic. But it's not like I enjoyed it. Like, it was just like I was young, so it was kind of cool, but not really. What was better was coming home and buying a brand new TL 1000R motorcycle, which I'd had planned to do for like 6 months, and that was awesome. Like, that motorcycle was so much better than smoking. Ugh. Which is why I've got another one now sitting in my shed. So yeah, if I was to, hypothetically, if I was to go to Amsterdam, for instance, I would probably prefer to eat my way into funness rather than smoke it. Just saying. Yeah, Cal. I retired as a sergeant from the Australian Army, from the Royal Australian Engineers. I was in the Engineer Corps for 20 years. And, well, not quite. Technically, I was at the Army College of TAFE for 2 years doing my plumbing apprenticeship. Then we kind of graduated into our Corps after 2 years. Then I went to the School of Military Engineering for 2 years to finish my 4-year apprenticeship as a plumber and gas fitter. And then it took 4 or 5 months to do my combat engineer course, so field engineer course. This is back in 1995. And then my first posting was Enoggera Army Barracks up here in Brizzy. I wasn't an EOD tech, so that's explosives. That's an explosives ordnance person. No, that's not what I did. I was a plumber. But we did all that. As a combat engineer, we learned how to do everything from concreting to building bridges, both permanent and temporary, as well as boats. We did boating. I got my boat license from that course. Explosives. So yes, we did do explosives. We didn't do. I suppose you could say we did do some explosive detection, but that's just normal soldering when you're looking for mines. But EOD techs actually disarm and remove mines. So that's not, we would just find them and mark them and then leave them for the EODs. So that's the sort of stuff we did. But what about the plumbing side of things? I mean, how much plumbing can one do in the military? Yes. So as a plumber, I did my truck driver's license. So I did my Rover and Unimog license, and then I did my Mack truck license, and then I did some other things like small plant equipment. So I did my skid steer loader backhoe license as well. So yeah, but as Army engineers, and especially so I was in the vertical trade, so we built up. So for instance, being a plumber, we work with the carpenters and the electricians. So we would build up, but we also worked alongside the plant operators, and we would also build roads, runways. As combat engineers, we'd build things like culverts. So as a plumber, a culvert is basically big pipes. So I also did my batching plant. Learnt to use the batching plant and got coded on that. So I would make concrete, and then yeah, we'd make things like culverts and roads, airfields, as well as, you know, the whoever's in charge out there, wherever we are, usually a lieutenant colonel, they need a toilet and a shower. They need hot running water. The kitchens need water. So as a plumber, we would pipe all the water up, set up pumps, pipes. We'd do septic tanks. So we'd dig septic tanks into the ground, out into transpiration beds. So actually did a lot of different stuff, just not all of the time. Drainage, yep. Excuse my snivels. What else? We work with the electricians, work with the surveyors. So like I'm off to do a week's worth of surveying now. I'd work closely with the surveyors. Oh, who grabs a shovel? The best part about being engineers is we have our own plant equipment. So I just use a backhoe. So I'd dig a hole with a backhoe. Like on our combat engineer course, we had to dig stage 3 gun pits by shovel. That was a part of the course. But as soon as you then enter the mainstream military as an engineer, you just use a backhoe. Like, why are you going to use a shovel? That's silly. We did heaps. Yep. So like I said, work with the surveyors. We built, for instance, in 1994, we built the RAF base up at Sherga, which is in Weipa. So RAF base Sherga is about half an hour drive out of Weipa, back along the development road. And we'd have to put all the pipes in, the water mains, the sewer pipes. We built a sewerage farm, so big ponds, sewer ponds. We had to do pump pits, like jump up pits. We did heaps of different stuff. And we also went out and did civvy. So in our apprenticeship, we went and worked with civilians, went and out and did our trade with civilians all around Sydney, which was pretty cool as well. That was back when fuel, I remember this, fuel was 66 cents a litre. 66 cents a litre for fuel when I bought my first V8, my first 351. And I looked at my civvy boss at the time who gave me a fuel card, and I was like, she can't say humidity, my TTS in my ear, she called it humdiddy. Humdiddy. There might be an I missing. That might be why she said it differently. Anyway, yep. Say again, Max. Max is back in my ear. Yep. It was a typo. Yeah, I'm just reading that now. There's an I missing, which is why she said it the way she said humdiddy. Anyway. Oh look, there's a typo up on the billboard. Kevin with 3 eyes. That's something that I saw yesterday, looking around the Facebook, was a motorcyclist. I do look at a Facebook group called Stupid Number Plates, and the stupid number plates. So someone yesterday takes a photo of a stupid number plate. They're not all stupid. Sometimes they're cool. Anyway, so I never really paid attention or whatever. Anyway, there was a number plate. It was like QQ0Q0 or something, or O. Anyway, and then so I had a quick read of what it's supposed to mean, and it's supposed to be 4 Qs, as in 4Q. But the thing is, there was only 3 Qs. So I guess it does qualify as a stupid number plate because someone was trying to get 4 Qs. And apparently then a whole bunch of other people put up their number plates from around the country with 4 Qs. And so, yeah, it's like, I think most people who would know and understand what 4 Qs on a number plate would mean would think that that's stupid. Like, it's not even... Like, it's not creative. Like, oh, I got a Q, an O, a Q, a Q, a Q, an O, and that's supposed to be 4 Qs. Like, yeah, sure. I think your IQ is quite low. about as low as all the zeros on your 4Q number plates. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people out there share my opinion. I've created some pretty creative number plates in my time, and none of them have been swear words, because it just shows how low your IQ is. Oh no, I just remembered something. I might be in trouble with my boss. I might have to stop. Did I end up checking out Itchy Boots? I subscribed to her channel. I haven't checked her out per se, as in how to look at her content. I will when I got some time. I saw that a bunch of years ago, like 6-7 years ago or something, she sold up all of her stuff and started riding around the world on her, what is it, 1987 Yamaha Tenere, which she's put some cool custom mods on or something. So I had a little read and I had a little look. Cool accent, let's be honest. That's Northern European accent. But yeah, I just remembered something. Anyway, I will stop. Where am I going to stop? Actually, you know what? I'll quickly stop, because I do need to stop for a couple of minutes, because it's getting close to 7. Let's what is this year's bike? Are you talking about Itchy Boots? Because I just read what she wrote. So if she's upgraded her bike in the meantime, I've not noticed. I haven't looked at any of her content yet. I don't even know where she is. I'm assuming she said she's been to 70 countries. I'm assuming she's already ridden through Australia. So yeah, I've only got X amount of time to do stuff. And then there was V8 Supercar Grand Final yesterday. There was the Formula One. Himalayan. Yeah, what is a Himalayan? Is that a Royal Enfield? Because you say Himalayan, like Himalayas is like northern India. Royal Enfield's like Indian. No. Yes. Well, they got plenty of them. I don't want to pull over just here. Actually, you know what? There's a BP. I know. There was like stop at the Edamoga pub. Unfortunately, we don't have an Edamoga pub up here anymore. We have the Banana Bender pub at Aussie World, formerly known as the Edamoga pub. But if I go up just a little bit further to, yes, Royal Enfield. I did say that. So, I mean, good cheap way of starting. I've myself never really been into like I would do safari riding, but I've never done it before. Come on, this truck's gonna, not this truck in front of me, the semi-trailer. There we go. I was just looking because the semi-trailer was indicating to come to the middle and there was a vehicle there, so just watching what's going on. Tajikistan. So many stands. When I've got some time, I will have a look at one of her videos. I'm assuming she does what most people do, which is she films her riding and then she'll edit it later. What'd she say? She does it twice a week, like Thursdays and Sundays. She puts her content up, something like that. Hey, look, I think it's cool. I think it's very cool as we pass the Banana Bender and Aussie World on the left here. So you can swing the camera around. They're doing a little bit of works up there. Oh, they're putting in Tesla superchargers. Geez, there's heaps over there. Excuse me. They're putting a whole bunch of Tesla superchargers in. Hey, it's probably about time, let's be honest. Although I don't know what the future of full electric cars is. It's not looking that good. I don't mind an electric car. Driving a toaster around, a very fast toaster, is probably kind of cool. I've driven a Tesla Model 3 dual motor before, which it is fun. It's cool. I like it. I don't think I'd just have an electric car and not have, when am I ever going to only have one car? Let's be honest. I'll pull off up here further where it's easier to get off and get back on. Around I keep forgetting the name of it. Something Glen. Anyway, whatever. Glenview. It's got something to do with Glen. I think that's a Scottish term. Yeah, no, electric trucks have their purpose. Oh, electric vehicles, yeah. Let's get in front of this truck, which is easy because it's still 110 zone here and the truck's only doing 100. So nice and easy. Merging at the merge point. Oh, look at that. Ranger danger. We're getting closer, people. We're getting closer to our memberships and getting closer to our online merch store. We get the online merch store memberships and the supers, so super chats, gifted memberships, all that sort of stuff. Soon. We're hoping by Christmas Eve. I would like to be able to turn all that on Christmas Eve. Hence, when I discovered live replays, Bly Castle. Actually, funnily enough, I used to, back in the day, call it Blee Castle instead of Bly, just for fun, because, if you're a local, you know. And then I'm just listening to, we're going to have to give this girl a name, listening to the AI voice in my ear. She literally called it Blee Castle. Oh, she knows. She knows. She's not that good, she's not that good everywhere else, but she knows it's Blee Castle. She's speaking like a local already. Right, Forest Glen. Is that what I was trying to say? Chevelum, that'll do. Oh yeah, Forest Glen, Chevelum. We'll get in front of this truck and then we'll pull over because it's pretty quick to go off, check. I've got to quickly do something on my phone and then, I've been driving European cars all weekend. I accidentally hit the windscreen wipers. Luckily, I mounted the camera so it wouldn't be hit by the windscreen wiper, unlike Saturday when when I hit the windscreen wiper with the camera, vice versa. No. I've learnt. Let's take this exit. Exit 200. What does exit 200 mean? It means we are 100 kilometers north of Brisbane, right here. 100 kilometers. How do I know that? Because I just do. I can explain it. That the exits going south along the M1 towards the Gold Coast are kilometre markers. So if you take exit 50, that's 50 kilometres away from Brisbane. Oh, let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. I mean, I'm the one who's going to pay for it eventually if I don't get my timesheet in. It's nearly 7. It's 7 o'clock. I need to do it now. My admin. I am so terrible. It is one of my worst. What if it's not a strong suit? Is it? Do you call it a weak suit? I don't know. I'm terrible with admin. It's one of my worst things. Anyway, we'll stop at the BP up here. Paperwork isn't my friend. No, thank you, Max. That's exactly correct. And it's not even paperwork. It will e-paperwork. E-paperwork. Electronic paperwork. Oh, here's the British off-road place on my left, just there, where they used to sell a lot of the Parentis. I don't see any Parentis in there anymore, but they used to sell a bunch of them. All right, let's pitch. We'll pitch a tent just here. Let's go. It's not my Junior, that's funny. That's funny. No, not my birthday suit. Let's just back up in here. There's probably the staff car parking. Who else would park all the way over here? All right, we'll just sit here for a bit. Everything's working, so I need to search. That's what I need. If Mickey B, if you're watching or listening, I'm getting right onto it. Whoosh. Shouldn't take too long, except when doing it on my phone. He probably hasn't looked yet. I mean, it's 7 o'clock. He's probably not at work yet. Although he's on top. He gets on top of things. He's pretty bloody good, let's be honest. He holds me. Nah, he's very forgiving. He's a good man. He's a frickin' top bloke, let's be honest. I'm not just saying that because he might be listening. Yeah, Maxie's just saying how he likes. Yo, it's a proper truck stop because you got your cars there on the right, and then you've got your truck stop proper. Look, that's a big truck stop refueling point. That's at least like a quarter the size of you'd see in America, and in Australia that's huge. Yeah, Maxie's just saying it's a good design. Yeah, look, this is just like a 3-car parking bay, just up the back. I'd say up the back, up the front here, whatever, out of the way. Like I said, I reckon these 2 cars are probably the staff cars because that's probably where they'd need to park and then walk over and there we go. My job is done. I forgot to do it last night because I was doing other stuff. Alrighty. Is there anything else? I've got some water down here. It's still nice and cold. Actually, I haven't finished my coffee. Oh, okay. That's a good mocha. All right, what's our camera vision looking like? Has it not changed? Because I changed the bit rate before. Yep. All right. If that's the case, let's have a look at video. All right, I can't change any of that. Resolution and stuff. Well, you can. Why don't you just take a screenshot? Why don't you take a screenshot and put it on Discord? I mean, I could have a look at it that way. Or you can send it. I know what you're saying. Yep. Yeah, so because we're midstream, there's things, so the bit rate I could change, but things that I can't change have been grayed out and there's no access whilst you're mid. So all of my resolutions, which are at 2880 and 1440, except for the output, which is 2560 by 1440, which is supposed to be correct. The bit by, yeah, I mean, it could be that, but I can't change that now. And I'm not going to stop. We will persevere. I might have to do a uni degree in IT stuff just to get on top of some of this. There's so much stuff. It's just there's so much information that is, it's like, what does that mean? I just know how to talk and create good content. We were having too much. It was good. Like let's go windscreen wiper. I like. We're gonna make a move. Yes, Max. Yep. Right. Yeah. So the chat message is beautiful. Yeah. Look, it's camera resolution settings or something. And I can see what you mean. It's blurry. Wow. Okay. Now, hey, so Max, can you do me a favor? Go to your settings, and tell me what is it playing back in. All right. So this might be something. So I'm just going to do the same thing myself. So it says that it's playing in 1080p. So that's probably the problem. Who's got a 17-year-old in the background? No, your settings will be at the top right. So if you click on, are you watching on your TV? Now it's 720. Oh, so if you click on the screen and then a cog should rock up in the top right-hand corner. You tap on your screen and there's a cog in the top right-hand corner. So at the moment, this is 1080p for some reason. It's 1080p. Yeah, so yeah, good. What is it saying? It should tell you what it is. What do you mean 480? That's standard definition. It should at least be 1080. Yeah. So you just press the button once and you should find the cog up on the top right or somewhere, and then find the cog and change your settings for quality of current video. But the thing is, even at the highest 720, it should be, but the thing is, it shouldn't even be that. It should be, it should be saying, I might actually stop this stream and restart it, I'll be honest, because it should be saying I've missed a setting somewhere, and it should be coming out at like 5.6K or something like that. So I'm going to stop the stream while we're here quickly and then restart it. So hang on, everybody that's there.